What's up, everybody? I'm Combat. Call me Red. It's my boy Zine.
What's going on?
It's my man Cub right there. You know, we want to welcome you to the Combat Cub podcast, where we going to reflect on fashion topics,
Okay.
combat tech,
Yes, sir.
funny videos, news around the world, whatever anybody want to reflect on.
Sounds good.
But enough of me. Let's get to this cast.
I think.
And we're never gets old.
No, sir, it doesn't.
Even after 50-something episodes. Oh, man.
Yeah. You just see it. April 8th, just chilling out, man. And the world's going nuts.
She gonna die first with them eyebrows.
Oh, yeah?
For her right there. She's done.
Oh, no.
Them motherfuckers look awful. Why would you even try to put something on nationals? You know, everybody can see you and your shit don't even look crisp. You know?
Man, one of them is higher than the other two.
I know, bro. Women, bro.
Yeah. They do what they want.
They trying to do too much.
Too much.
Welcome back to another episode of Combat Cub. You feel me? It's your man Combat, coming from the green couch, nappy hair, don't care. Always to my right, my ace, my goon, my brother. It's Cub, bro. Yeah. So today we're gonna be talking a little bit about the whole April 8th eclipse. So you're gonna hear us talking about it, showing videos about it, giving thoughts about it. So, how was your week, bro?
Pretty good. Got a couple jobs done. You know, trying to, keep it moving.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
My
Looking
week-
forward to the cast this weekend. How
My
about
week
yours?
was the bomb. No, it wasn't the bomb. It was all right. It wasn't the bomb.
Yeah,
It was like maybe a firecracker.
firecracker. Well,
The weather was okay. I mean, work was okay. It was just okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to Cassie Howard. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Birthday.
Happy birthday,
And then
sis.
today's little Zaylen's, birthday. Carly's little boy. So happy birthday to
Yeah.
Zaylen too, man.
Happy birthday.
He turned that big 12. Big 12.
Oh, man.
Right? One more year, you gotta get fishing license.
Yeah. My nephew turns 12 this year, too. I think.
That's what's up.
Yeah. They're getting up there.
They getting up there, bro. And the older they get, the older we get.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
the more gray you get.
Yeah, I'll be dead soon.
I ain't got none yet.
Yeah.
I'm 37 with not one gray hair.
Oh, man.
Gotta love it, man.
Nice. I think I was about 38 before I started getting them in my beard.
38?
Mm-hmm. I don't have any in my hair yet.
I got a fucking year, bro.
Well, I've known some people that were 18, 19 that had gray hair. So.
Chris Payne got gray hair every fucking where.
Really?
His whole head is gray. This motherfucker's just like 32. 31, 32, something like that.
Oh, wow. Youngin'.
Yeah, he a young buck.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it's Chris Payne, you know. It's Chris Payne.
Yeah. So what got you on this April 8th thing?
All right, man.
What's the story behind all that?
The story behind it, I couldn't tell you the story. We're going to show y'all the story, blah, blah, blah. But April 8th, what got me interested in it is, when I'm on break, I watch a lot of YouTube. And I come upon one of these videos that we're going to show. I come upon this video. I'm like, cool. I'm going to sit here and watch it. You feel me? So I started watching it and watching. I'm like, man, is this shit for real? Well, then after that day, every day on break, on YouTube, you're seeing more and more videos, more stories about April 8th, what's going to happen, what's possibly going to happen, what could happen.
Yeah.
What's it going to do to the earth, blah, blah, blah. Like, so I was like, maybe we just need to just do a whole episode about the whole April 8th Eclipse.
Yeah.
You know, get everybody else's thoughts
Okay.
about the 8th. And, you know, that's just right around the corner. So, April 8th. What's that fall on? A Tuesday?
I don't know.
No, it's a Monday because Becca's birthday's the 6th. And that's
Okay.
a Saturday, so that Monday.
Oh wow. So that's right there. At
I'm
the
still
beginning
going.
of the
I'm
work
still
week.
going to work.
Yeah.
Still going to work. I'm gonna die making money, cuz.
The best way to go out.
Yep. So, and me, you know, with me being, you know, about solar system and the planet and stuff. So, of course, this is gonna take my interest
Yeah.
because I love the Earth. I love what it brings to us, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and all that good stuff. And I don't want to see it hurt, but I think God is pissed off at the human population.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was listening to this thing, man. I don't know where I seen it at. It could have been YouTube. It could have been something else. But dude was like, well, they say Jesus is all around us. You know, all around us. And what's one thing that is all around us and that we really need that to survive?
Air.
Water.
Oh.
The planet is covered in water. And dude was just going on and on about, yeah, Jesus this, Jesus that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, kind of makes sense. Like, I wish I could have found that video. I don't know if I sent that one or not. I don't know.
Okay.
But we're going to roll this first one.
This one right here.
The chick with the crazy eyebrow video.
Okay. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, you go ahead. Oh, maybe.
To tell you about the upcoming solar eclipse on April 8th is going to blow your mind. In Matthew chapter 12, Jesus said that an evil and adulterous generation will seek for a sign, but they will receive none except for the sign of Jonah. And in Luke 17, Jesus said that as it was in the days of Noah, so also will it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. So get this, the path that the solar eclipse is taking will literally cross over the city of Jonah, Texas, several cities and towns named Nineveh, and it will cross over Rapture, Indiana, and not only that, it will cross over where the Ark is in Williamston, Kentucky. But that's not all. All of this will be taking place under the constellation of Cetus, the whale. To keep up with Bible prophecy, follow or subscribe now. What I'm about to tell you about the upcoming solar
What you think about that?
It's interesting. I'm not sure what the sign of Jonah means.
You said something about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the sign of Jonah. I mean, is that like destruction? Like calling him the devil?
Well, Jonah, the Jonah of the Bible, basically was a hard-headed
One that-
prophet.
Yeah.
He was a prophet of God, but he was just like, I want to do what I want to do, you know. He was a racist, and he didn't want to go to Nineveh because Nineveh was basically like, what is the worst city in America? Like L.A.? I don't know.
Yeah. L.A., New York,
Yeah.
big
Or
Chicago.
what we used to consider Nevada, was that one in Las Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Sin City.
Sin City.
Yeah, so it was yeah. So Nineveh was like a sin city of the day. And God was like, hey, I want you to go over here and talk to them because I'm about to kill every one of them mothers. You know what I mean? And he's like, I think they deserve it. And he's like, yeah. I still want you to go over there. And I want you to talk to them. And, you know, tell them that I'm about to wipe them off the face of the planet and convince them to change their ways. So he didn't want to go, and, you know, he just kind of like halfway obeyed, right? He just, you know, so he decided to run away. Got on a chartered ship or whatever, and you know the story of, you know, there was a big old storm, and Jonah knew that God had sent the storm. You know, he's like, well, hey, look, if y'all throw me overboard, the storm will pass. But he was like, I'm just gonna die in this water instead of go to Nineveh. So, but it said that God had prepared a fish for him. He's like, yeah, I know he's gonna jump over this dude. So he's like, I got you something. Anyway, so he jumped overboard and the storm subsided. So they knew that his God was against them. When his God was much more tough than the other guys that they were serving. So Jonah was swallowed in the fish and spit him out after 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale, which I have no idea. No lights, first of all. Stinks. You know, probably was, I don't know how many stomachs a whale has, but so he was being digested. Probably had some sores and stuff from that stomach acid. Then he was thrown up on the shore of Nineveh.
He went anyway.
He went anyway. So, and then he went up and sat on this hill, and you know there was a little vine that was right there, and God sent a little worm to eat the vine. And then he got mad because it was hot that day, and he cursed the worm and everything. But anyway, he finally, decided to go ahead and go down there and do it. But anyway, they repented, and God spared the city.
Dang.
So I'm not sure about the sign of Jonah.
Okay.
So,
I've been hearing
spiritually speaking,
something else about it, like the sevens. What's the 7 got to do?
the 7.
I mean, you got, 7-day Adventists.
Mm-hmm.
They say the eclipse is taking place 7 months before the presidential election. It's a bunch of 7s and it's adding up like it's crazy, bro.
I don't know. I do know that 7 has a spiritual significance, but that is a sacred thing. But of course, it's a week. Well, it's a representation of the completion of the creation of God on earth. That's the first 7 we see. But then you also have 12s. You have also multiples of these other numbers. So I don't know, except that these 7s are giving signs of maybe, the creator of heaven and earth is about to interfere in the affairs of men, which is foretold in the Bible anyway.
Well, I watched this video on Discovery Channel, to be a fact. No. Could have been Science Channel. I think it was Science Channel. Well, this scientist has found the Covenant Ark, whatever.
Oh, really?
And it was busted open down the crack down the side. And there was this ooze that was at the bottom of it. And he took samples and sent it off, and it was blood. And it seeped into the ground all the way down into the chambers on top of where Jesus was crucified.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. like crazy, bro.
I don't know, because when Jesus died, the Ark of the Covenant was still in the temple. I think it was, but no, I'm not sure about that. But I do know that it might have been, but the curtain that separates the holy from the most holy, which was where the presence of God, the visible presence of God, resided, was torn. So that signified the end of the sacrificial service, signifying that, we cannot, or no more are we to go through this whole system, sacrificial system. I don't know how much you know about that. And that has been, that's no more. And now the only way for sin to be, how can I put this in? All right. Christ now is that lamb. So that's what it signified. The old system, which is actually the system of Christ, the idea of Christ, the antitype was actually that idea from the beginning, which was spoken of in Eden, Christ being the incarnate God, smashing the head of the serpent. Then you had Israel. Then God had to institute the sacrificial service, this whole system of tabernacle and all this stuff, because people are hard-headed.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want you to have all these sacrifices and kill animals and all this. He didn't want that. He's like, I want you to understand what I'm going through for sending my son to die for you. So that whole system, the tabernacle system, where they needed an ark to carry the essence of God, Spirit of God, visible presence of God with them, that whole system was done away with. And now the person of Christ, the incarnate God, being trusted in, and him coming into the person's life of that trusts him, brings about that change and that cleanliness. That system is the new system. So I don't know how factual that can be, but I'm not sure if the only thing I'm not sure about is, was the ark in the most holy place at that time? Because I know that the ark disappeared at some point, but the ripping of the most holy and the whole of the curtain between them signified that that system is dead. You cannot wash away sins by killing animals and them dying for you anymore. That happened over 2,000 years ago. So,
animal
or 2,000,
sacrifices.
a little over, but or a little under. But yeah, because that was what 33 AD. So in 2033, it'll be 2,000 years since Christ died.
Damn.
But anyway,
33 AD. Boy, I remember the first time I bought a beer in that time.
yeah.
It was nasty.
They came a long way. Bro. But yeah, I don't know. I've heard these types of conspiracy theories, like the one you told me. I've heard them ever since I was... So I'm like, man, they're still circulating around? That's interesting.
Right?
So I was like, I don't know about all that. It doesn't line up. But I don't know. I don't know anything.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
But hell, I got another video we can show.
Video.
More about this eclipse.
And my boy, Mr. Rogan here.
That's my dude too. That motherfucker. Him and Cat Williams, bro.
Yeah, those
like,
dudes.
Like them
Good
niggas
dudes.
smoke weed, and then Cat Williams is literally try to I don't know. Like, is somebody talking through a headset through him and a little earpiece? Cause this motherfucker sound like he know what he talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't believe shit. I don't really like Cat Williams.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Oh yeah.
See this, leave your house immediately.
Oh, yeah,
It
this-
just happened in Ohio. So the
This-
man in the video has his dog outside.
This
and
is the
wants
one
to
I
come
sent
in.
you.
But the problem is that his dog is already inside the house. So that dog was a skinwalker. I advise you not to watch the rest. It's not for the faint-hearted. These strange creatures come from Navajo culture. Typically, they roam at night near forests.
This ain't got nothing to do with
Lately,
April
they're
8th,
getting
but it's
closer and
crazy.
closer to
Oh, you
cities
didn't want
and
to put this one up?
states.
Oh, no,
They
it's
take the
good, it's
appearance
good.
of your pets or even humans to get close to you, and their goal is simple.
Oh,
Take
hell
your
no.
skin. In this video, a guy films his neighbor's balcony, but his neighbors have never had a
Aw,
dog.
so
Watch how
cute.
scary his head looks.
He got it.
So,
Look at that smile,
guys, if you
bro.
see
That's
this,
not a
leave your
dog.
house immediately. It just happened
See,
in
the
Ohio.
interesting thing that is like, if you see this, leave your house. Why would you leave your house if it's
So
outside?
you can be attacked, so the aliens can take your skin.
So is he a skinwalker?
Joe Rogan, he might be.
I don't think he said that. I think they're using AI to mimic his voice and having him do things.
You right. But that
Yeah.
shit's still creepy.
That is. So the other one, let me change this over. The other one is what? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's
The
see.
biblical prophecy of April 8th, 2024.
Biblical prophecy. All right. Well, here we go.
Let's roll that pie footage.
Oh, yes, sir.
News about the total eclipse that will occur in North America on April 8, 2024 is becoming increasingly intriguing and frightening. But the truth is that the total solar eclipse on April 8, 2024 is part of a larger set of celestial events that seem to coincide with earthly events, serious earthly events of potentially biblical proportions.
Potentially.
In my latest video about the total eclipse, in the comments section, there are people saying that nothing will happen, that this is just another tactic to scare and cause fear. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever thought if current events are aligned with biblical prophecies? Imagine an afternoon turning into night for about 4 minutes, birds and insects silent in the darkness, and nocturnal animals starting to move. This is the striking scenario of a total solar eclipse, a rare event that is about to occur. This eclipse is more than just an astronomical phenomenon. With a 2-decade interval until the next one, some question, could this event be more than a mere coincidence? Could it be a final warning? Certainly. Are there some signs that we are living in a time when biblical prophecies are coming true? When Jesus warned us about the coming of the Son of Man, he told us in Luke 21, verse 25, there will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars, and on the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. With that in mind, I want you to look at this article. It says, there is a total solar eclipse coming soon. A rare celestial event is just a few months away.
Nice.
On April 8, the afternoon will turn into night for about 4 minutes from northern Mexico to New England. The air will suddenly become colder. Birds and insects will fall silent in the darkness, confused. Plants will decrease their food production, and nocturnal animals such as owls and bats will start to move.
Bats.
These are the signs of a total solar eclipse when the moon temporarily blocks all sunlight in a strip of land. But this year's total eclipse is special because we may not see another one for another 2 decades. Now, for a moment, there may be 2 perspectives on this. There will be those interested in science who will say this is a great event, a once in a lifetime spectacle. And then the other perspective will be from those studying biblical prophecy, those who are reading the Bible and watching for signs. And this group of people will look at this event and think, could this be a sign? Could it be a warning from God? A publication called Harbinger Daily wrote an article offering a biblical perspective on this event. In an article titled 2024 Solar Eclipse, Coincidence or Final Warning? They say the pattern of 2 solar eclipses forming an X over the United States also happened in the early 1800s. The first solar eclipse occurred on June 16, 1806, with the second completing an XX, with the second completing an XS on September 17, 1811. The following quote comes from the New Madrid, Missouri website. The New Madrid earthquakes were the biggest earthquakes in American history. They occurred in the central Mississippi Valley, but were felt as far away as New York, Boston, Montreal, and Washington. President James Madison and his wife, Dolly, felt them at the White House. Church bells rang in. Boston. From December 16, 1811 to March 1812, there were more than 2,000 earthquakes in the Midwest and between 6,000 to 10,000 earthquakes in the Missouri Bootheel, where New Madrid is located, near the junction of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, in no World Tory. No earthquake lasted as long or produced as much evidence of damage as the Madrid earthquakes. 3 of the earthquakes are on the list of America's largest earthquakes. The first on December 16, 1811, with a magnitude of 8.1 on the Richter scale. The second on January 23, 1812, at 7.8, and the third on Burberry, 7, 1812, with up to 8.8 in magnitude. Could the conclusion of an X in the central section of the United States by the April 8, 2024, eclipse point to another catastrophe in the following months? During my journey, I understood that the divine...
Interesting.
It's crazy. What you think about that?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I mean, 4 minutes of darkness. Birds stop chirping.
Yeah.
All the creatures of the night come out. I mean, ain't that gonna have them all fucked up after 4 minutes, man? They're gonna be like, bro, it was just dark.
Yeah. They operate off nature, not. I can't think outside of their programming. But
do
we can.
Do I believe? I believe a lot of shit. Why not believe this? You know?
Yeah. Man.
The X. I wonder. The X. And they're talking about earthquakes and stuff. Is that X marked the spot on a tectonic plate?
Just the path of the that it's taking.
They said it's crossing over Jonah and then some other. Yeah, it's crazy. Something's gonna happen, bro. Something's gonna happen, bro.
See, these, in my opinion, none of this scares me.
It don't scare me either, but
none of it makes me concerned. For the fact that I've always lived with growing up Seventh-day Adventist. This is what we talked about back in the 80s. Well, 90s is when I was, born in 83. Yeah, in the 90s. I talk about this stuff constantly. And that was one of the reasons why Seventh-day Adventists were considered a cult. Because they would talk about things like this. I'm not saying none of it will happen. I know that it's very possible. And I do know that supernatural forces are at work and have always been at work. But I was just reading what you had showed me. And, familiar with these passages. But like you were saying, there will be earthquakes, famines, pestilences in various places, and fearful events, and great signs from heaven. This is Luke 21. I'm reading right now, verse 11. But then it says, before all this, they will lay hands on you and persecute you. They will deliver you to synagogues and to prisons. And you will be brought before kings and governors, and all on account of my name. So, apparently, based on, the order of things, the crazy stuff happens first for those people who know his name. And that the stuff that's happening in the heavens is a kind of like a don't worry, I'm coming type thing. So for those who know his name, the things that are happening in the atmosphere and heavens and celestial bodies, it's a relief because they know that their God is real.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Because it was hell for them being betrayed because they know him. But then you look at Christians today, ain't nobody having problems. So what's the deal? It goes to what you were talking about before. That go ahead and tell them that. Go ahead. That was interesting.
No, I don't even remember what I was saying.
I'll say it.
All right, go for it. Go for it.
How you had told me that there was a video you saw of a guy who had a dream and he was talking to Jesus. And I would love to see the definition that or the description he had of Jesus. I wonder if it matches the one I know of. But they said that that these people that have been worshiping in my name, i.e. Christians, have been worshiping the wrong God.
Mm-hmm. False worship.
False gods. And I remember I said, oh, that's interesting. I'd like to see that one because the same Jesus and the same religion that's being practiced today as the same religion that wiped out the Muslims. It's the same religion that supported killing the Christians. Same one that supported slavery and same one that also supported Hitler. And it supports and
you seen what happened to him.
Keeps alive racism.
So you seen what happened to Hitler.
Yeah. And anybody that knows, anybody that has anything to say about what I just said, I would like to point out, think about, when you think of gospel music, what color do you think of? When you think of Christian music, what color do you think of? I noticed these things when I was a kid. and noticing that Southern
Gospel's black.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
Christian music is white,
Yep.
and even in Seventh Adventism,
They got no rhythm with their beats when they sing.
they don't have
Us
soul.
black folks, we get up, we hype, bro.
Yeah.
The church is a club.
Yeah,
Like,
and the reason why I agree with what that man said is because what I was explaining, that in Revelation it talks about, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Iniquity has to do with how we treat each other, sin against each other, not against God directly, but indirectly, because he says, love your neighbor as yourself.
mm-hmm.
And by loving your neighbor as yourself, you reflect that you have the image of God in that. Even if your neighbor's killing you while he's killing you, you're forgiving him. You are expressing the nature of God. So if you don't treat your neighbor, meaning those that if you procreate with them, you can have offspring. Those are your neighbors. Doesn't matter what color you are.
You're right.
That is iniquity if you treat them as you don't want to be treated. So if it is promoted in churches to be racist or sexist or, I'm better than you because I have this type of vehicle.
You're right, because man, look, back in the day, dude, I went to this one church, and
That's
I
iniquity.
only went for one service, one Sunday service. No, I think it was a Wednesday night service.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was a Sunday morning service. And this church, I'm not gonna, tell you the name of the church, where it's located, who was in there, blah blah blah. But this church didn't like gay people.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time, I was working at McDonald's. McDonald's, we don't give a fuck. You want to work, well, you hire. Like, it don't matter if you're gay, brown, purple, yellow, orange. And that specific church, the only one in the county that will not come eat at Taco Bell because there was gay people working there.
Oh.
Bro, fucking hypocrites, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. And the interesting thing
Being
is...
judgmental and shit.
Yeah. Interesting thing is that think about think about the 7 deadly sins as spoken of in I can't remember.
There go the sevens.
Yeah.
There go them sevens.
I think it's interesting. Lying is one of them. I need to read them, but let's see. Gluttony is one.
The hell is gluttony?
Eating too much. Eating too much food. So if gluttony is named as one of the 7 things God hates,
I feel sorry for these obese people.
drunkenness as well. But gluttony and drunkenness share the same spirit. Because you think about the fruits of the Spirit is self-control and temperance. So fruit of the Spirit of God is temperance and self-control. Gluttony and drunkenness is the other side. So, but those things run rampant in church. Meanwhile, they're hating on these people.
Hypocrites.
Yeah. But the things that have to do with their personal sins, they don't, it's allowed. It's okay.
It's awful.
Yeah. And those are the ones that cut your throat with God. So, but it's because it's just based on selfishness. And anything that has to do with selfishness, you will resist anything that has to do with loving your neighbor because they're all about you. So,
Heck yeah. Hey,
that's the seed of it.
I think I got one more. I think I got another video up.
One more.
Man, this was a hot topic.
It is. It's very interesting. But it's all basic stuff. Basic. All right. And then are you ready?
Yeah, you can roll it. You can roll it.
Solar eclipse that is coming to the United States of America. And it is following a very interesting path. It is the first solar eclipse we've had in 7 years. That is a heptadic time frame. Heptadic, it is a structure of sevens.
One of the things that is huge is going to take place this year that cannot be denied, cannot be ignored, is this incredible sign in the heavens, the next great American eclipse. And that's happening on April the 8th.
So 7 years ago, there was an eclipse in 2017 that stopped at 7 Salems.
Yes.
What did that indicate?
Well, it represents 7 years of peace. It also represents that God Almighty is speaking to the church, the 7 churches.
Wow, Salem.
So you have Jerusalem, right? Absalem,
Yes.
right? Which has to do with peace. So it has to do with the 7 churches.
There is a solar eclipse that is coming to the United States.
I don't think I'm gonna watch that interview, April the 1st, just to see, cause I want to know. I want to know more. I want to soak this shit up, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I really want to know more about them 7s though.
7.
So I'm gonna get up on that interview the April the 4th.
Yeah.
So I mean the 1st, April 1st.
It's interesting. Very interesting.
Very, bro. Like, I don't know. It's interesting, but I'm excited though for some reason.
Yeah.
Because
It's awesome.
when you only get earthly events like this, just like I said, every so many years, so many decades, you know, there's people that ain't never seen one. Like, it's crazy, man. Comets, eclipse, solar, lunar, either one. Like, it's all amazing.
It is.
Like, yeah. And I think it does something to the body, bro. Like spiritually, you know, like it makes you feel different. Especially a lunar eclipse. You know me, I like the moon. I like the stars. Like, if I'm standing outside, say we at the house, you know, I feel good because I'm outside under the moonlight. Next day I wake up, all the energy in the world. If the moon, look, bro, you might think I'm weird, all right? But if the moon ain't over the house and I ain't outside or standing under the moon getting some kind of energy from it, like the next day I'm just all groggy and shit.
Oh,
like
wow.
drinking Red Bulls but after I come from under the moon, the next day I'm all refreshed, ready to go, you know.
That's cool.
It's weird. It's weird, bro.
Interesting.
Like, I've been noticing that. I'm like, I think I'm just fucking crazy.
No. No. There's no such thing.
It's crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm fucking mentally insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can agree with that one.
No. That's not even crazy. It just doesn't interface with our reality.
Mm.
They live in a reality outside of what we understand or will allow. So.
Is that the last video?
Yeah.
What's this up? April 8th.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, I'm glad we found one in the Bible, though.
Yeah.
I didn't find the one in Matthew's. I think she said Matthew 12. I didn't find what she was talking about.
Yeah. They're all similar in wording. I'm not sure if that's in Mark, but I can't remember where everything is, but there's a lot of, like those 3, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Well, mainly 3, the first 3, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. They're copies. I don't think John follows those, but yeah, they all have either a full explanations and some, and the next one it's worded differently because different writers. But I think it's interesting.
But it means the same.
Yeah, it's talking about the same thing, but and then some leave out some, and then I wonder what all that's about. But I've even stepped away from reading the Bible the last 3 years, as in consistently.
I used to read the New Testament, the little bitty ones, you know.
Yeah.
I used to flip through them and read them, and then my uncle used to give out some things. Man, they were a daily bread, and it comes with all kind of scriptures inside. Just a little bitty book about that big, you know. And
Yeah.
you just flip through there and read it and stuff. Like I fell off. It's like after my grandma died, bro. I didn't never want to go back to church because it just didn't feel the same, you know.
Yeah, I understand that.
And then my brother got killed, and I'm like, damn, the fuck.
I don't know what that feels like, but man, yeah. But I mean, I had just stopped for a while, and I like it now. That I mean, growing up, I have huge globs of the Bible, I hate to say it with that, converted to memory. Mainly King James Version and New King James Version. But it's crazy going back, and especially after I had started, using, first of all, CBD and then marijuana. And then after that, changing the chemical structure of my brain. Now going back, it's so fun to read it. Because immediately...
It opens your eyes to...
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'll read a passage, and my brain just it's like a computer anyway. It just cross-checks everything that I know and I've remembered. And I'm like, and then I'm just all over the place, making all these connections. And I see it completely different. It's like in a spirit world type thing versus literal. And I'm able to see everything from a bird's eye view so I can understand how everything flows. See all the
that weed does something spiritually to your body, man.
Yeah, but I think that what helped me was that I had the structure already there. The memory, I already had the memory work in there.
It was just filling in more spaces.
Yes, and making more connections.
Yep.
Then I'd go in there and read it, and I'd check it with, the spiritual side of things. And it checks out. And then I've seen some things that don't check out. And it turns out those things are the things that were added. So I was like, it doesn't agree with the spirit. That's weird. But there's a little Easter egg for those people who add to the scriptures or take away. It says, if you add this, I'm going to add all the plagues of this book to you.
Oh, shit.
If you take away anything out of this book, some people say it's just revelation, but I think if God gave a word to somebody and they manipulate it in some way, he coming after them personally.
My boss.
Yeah. He said, I'll take your name out the book of life.
He's coming for you guys.
Yeah. But that's a world I don't know anything about. I don't know anything. All I know is what I've read and what I've been shown, and I don't know anything outside of that. But it's exciting. I agree with you.
Yeah. But, man, you got anything else for the show?
No, sir.
Man, me neither. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Combat Cub, letting us pick our brain with y'all. Hear what we was talking about, the whole April 8th deal. But y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that bell, share, do all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And look to the skies. April 8th.
What do you think about all that construction going on?
They can suck a dick. They've been loud this whole fucking time.
They trying to make money.
You don't give a fuck about this. It's the weekend. You better go drink a beer and put your feet up.
Oh, man.
But it's your man Combat. That's my boy Cub, man. Look, we out.
Let's dance out, man. Heck yeah. I can't dance. Dadgummit.
He said I could salsa though.
Yeah, I can do that.
Salsa. You got to move them hips a little bit until you throw it out.
Oh. I didn't even stretch this morning.
I stretched with a blunt.
Man, that's wild. Wild.
It is, but fuck it.
Mm-hmm. But I do know one thing with this April 8th thing. I think it announces things are going to change.